mankind. All right, so this system is a debt-based system, man. All right, that's why you can get a loan basically in any way, anyhow, anywho, man. You can buy a house, go into debt. You can buy a car, go into debt. You can get a student loan, go into debt. You can all types of different things you can get. It's ultimately designed to put you as a debt or a slave to the system, man. And Esau's gonna strive to put you into to make you a digital slave, man. Okay, a slave to make money. All right, a slave to be able to feed your family month in and month out, man. All right, and that's going to be harder and harder to get.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I was looking at something. It was showing how just a man with like 1 acre of land could feed a county of four with just that 1 acre. Planting certain things, crop off, and everything. But the making it for free, like, yeah, the folks the Lord gave you for free, you got to pay for it. You got a water bill. The Lord is 76% water. You got rain, you got ponds and rivers, you got all these things, but yet you pay for heat. But you get some wood and a lighter, and now you got a heat. They didn't pay for heat. It wasn't nothing but 8, 7 years ago. They had furnace. Now, basically, no convenience. You're going to pay for this convenience.
Well, that's where in Lamentations. Can you get Lamentations? I believe it's the 4th chapter that our wood is sold unto us. I believe it's Lamentations 4. It might be 3 or 4.
That's what Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
And see that, and that ultimately goes back to the curses, man. All right, it tells you that you read Deuteronomy 28. It tells you that he will be the head and we will be the tail. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. All right, and this is part of the power of Yahweh trying to put this man in a position to do that, man. Okay, all these things that have done that to a certain level of degree. But Esau took it to the next level, to the point where he put us in slavery and did abominable things to us, man. Right? When it says that I believe Isaiah tells you that they say, aha, these two nations are mine, right? And these two countries are mine. That's their mindset. All right, they think that the Lord has given the Israelites to them just for them to consume us, man. But it's up to, like I said, let me take the 3rd chapter. It's of the Lord's mercies that we're not consumed. You saw that?
Yes, Lamentations 5:4.
5, yeah.
We have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us.
You see, everything is taken away from us and then sold back to us. Right? It's illegal to collect rainwater. How is it illegal to collect something that naturally happens? You know?
They can make seeded clouds and make more rain, but you got to be on their time.
Yeah,
that's oppression. We can always make niggas more rain, but no, you gotta pay for it.
Yep. And you see, and these clouds that are seeded, it's not only to bring for more rain, but it's also actually to block the sun, man. Hey, I'll be looking. I'm a star watcher, man. And you see these like, I know you got clouds like this, but when it's like a whole blue sky, then on the other half, it's like just regular like, it's like a sheet of paper.
It's like
yeah, man. That's all that seed shit, man.
Yeah, that's why you can look at the forecast. They can damn near tell you what time it's going to rain.
Yep.
I was looking at it today, and it said it would rain around 1 o'clock, 56%. And at 1 o'clock, it started raining.
and that's crazy that they can do that, because only the Lord really knows that when it's going to rain. We have to pray for rain. So then what does that tell you? This goddamn devil manipulating the weather, you know, which is wicked. The nigga want to be the Most High, man, at the end of the day. He want to do all the things that the Most High can do. And what do you want to do? Most important, take you so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans' birthright away, so that you're stuck in this fucking place, drowning in debt, depending on him for any and everything, like the scriptures say, pursuing the Deuteronomy chapter 28. See?
And hold on, Revelation 13, where he stood up in the sea. Most High think that he is the Most High? What's the reason?
I just finished that precept. I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, yeah, go back to that, and then you got a first, right? You got a precept?
Yeah, I just got a
Yeah,
quick-
go ahead.
This is Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 7. It says, the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender.
Yeah, break down, huh?
Hey, that's exactly just as it said. It's really kind of plain. He puts you in a position where you are his servant. And because you have to go to him in want of all things, and need of all things, and begging just to get like a loan for you to have housing, he puts you in a position where you can either take it or leave it. It's 7% interest, nigga. You're going to take it or leave it.
Yeah.
So you're subject to go ahead and put yourself in a compromising position, all in the effort just to clothe your family, to put a roof over your family's head.
And we know it's all up to you. How about you outside? You know, if you get that loan or not, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why, I mean, I'm not worried about if I lose my house, man. I don't give a damn about my house. You know, ultimately, we already know that your house is not going to take care of me, man. Now, I'm not going to be just a nigga and say, I'm going to quit my job, I'm put all my, you know what I'm saying? No, man. You still got to do what you got to do as a man. All right? Yeah, exactly. Yep. And wisdom. It links the money and the wisdom as defense all together, man.
Right? Because with wisdom, now you do right by your money.
Yeah.
You use it as defense. You don't be a nigga and go put 28-inch rims on a fucking 1984 Chevy.
It's got rust under the bottom.
Living in the projects, don't even know if you're going to get that money next month, but you took your income tax money and you bought rims. All right, y'all ate ribs and shit all weekend, right? Wake up Monday morning and you broke as fuck. See, that's what Babylon do to you. It'll destroy you. But through this wisdom, it's not understanding. We ain't frivolous with our money now. We understand this is defense. Our money is to help one another, okay? To cover our necessities, and that's it. You know, we ain't trying to get rich in this motherfucker, and we ain't like you say. You know, it's balance. You ain't Lord. He ain't gonna have you too poor where you eating out the trash can, and he ain't gonna have you sitting on high. He got you right where you need to be. But a lot of you niggas can't accept that because you got the spirit of Esau on you, especially the so-called black woman.
Yeah. Who agrees? Oh, that you have time. Yeah, so the borrower is subject to the lender, man. It's servant to the lender, man. All right, and because why? Because Esau has the power, man. He has the power to land. Because why? Because this whole world is ran by the elite bakers, man. So everything comes from the top. All right, this is all a big pyramid scheme, man, to make you poorer and them richer, all the way until they don't give a damn if you die, man. You know what I'm saying? You just a mindless eater, man, that needs to be taken out of the way. That's why Esau wants you to wear a seatbelt. You know, that's why he wants you to have insurance. He don't care if you live or he don't care if you die, right? But if you live, now you can pay all that money back. You know what I'm saying? You can continue paying your bills. You know, you can continue to be a functional member of society, man. Now you got that.
That's why he trap you with the refinances on your mortgage. You know, he give you the inclination like you got equity in your house and all this and all that. Okay, so then what? You go ahead and you do that dumb shit. Now you done double down on a mortgage that you was never going to pay off, and he know that shit.
Yeah.
You see, but you get the money up front to do what? Fulfill your flesh, get ready for fucking Christmas, get ready for fucking 4th of July. You got money for all the wicked ass holidays because you did a refi on your house. Went and bought another car. Okay, now you got 2 car notes. Oh, watch it, man. The best thing to do if you can, man, is buy a car cash right now. Okay, these cars, like these, let's say for instance, them damn charges, them Hellcats. Motherfuckers is putting financing them bitches at 70 grand. Now they ain't even worth 20,000 on some of them.
Yeah.
So you're upside down on a fucking car, man. But that's what Jake do. They're going to do some shit like that. Okay, you can't really afford it just to be a coveter in Esau's world. And now you're beyond living paycheck to paycheck. You about to be out on the streets, living in your Hellcat, in hell. All right.
Cat.
Yeah.
Hey, that refinancing is a whole scam anyway, man.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? Because all you're doing is just lowering your payment, but you're adding back on years.
Yeah.
And, see, and when you have a loan, Esau ain't trying to help you out.
No.
He's banking on you coming up short on that loan, man. So he'll be happy to extend that loan out 3 or 4 more years in order to lower your payment down by $200. Because now it's still that greater risk of you defaulting on that loan, man, over that period of time.
And then he done had you pay all that interest. You've been paying on it for 20 years.
It ain't even touched the principal.
And now you losing. He come back in, swoop it right back up, and put that bitch back on the market. And it's just a perpetual thing.
Yep.
You see? And that's why this is a false balance, this kingdom, man.
Got it.
You see? I got one real quick.
Got it.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. See, you worship Yahweh for all things. And he about to tell you, since you didn't do that, it says, therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, in nakedness, in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed you. Right now, you got a spiritual yoke around your neck, you so-called Negro Latino Americans. You want to know why? Because you in thick clay. You got the debt of this damn devil. When you drive out on the freeway, we got a debt clock. I remember 5-6 years ago, that motherfucker said 36 trillion. Now it's 40 trillion. And it's 102,000 per person in a household. So when you born in this kingdom, you're born in debt, man. That's fucked up.
It's financial slavery. The whole world is in there. It's like what, $4 billion or something like that. Somebody was asking me, said, what the world is money to? Well, we bank account. You're in slavery. You are in possession. You sign your merchant treaty. And that's what for. You not property slavery. That's the world over there to the fucking league.
Yeah, so see, that's why you got to do your history, man. What do you think? In the 1700s, 1800s, where the railroads came from. Yep. To move different sources back and forth to and fro from this country, man. Not only this country, but even overseas, man. All that had to come from somewhere, man. Those came from your original Rothschilds, your Rockefellers, your DuPonts, the rest of those bankers, man. Now when you get to modern day time, everything is already being built, and they in the shadows, man, raking in, having collecting off of interest, and us as American people, we're paying taxes unwillingly, and then what happens? You think that you don't think, well, why is everybody paying taxes? Why do I have to get taxed to live? Well, because the bank require that tax for you to live, man.
Yep.
Okay, because they feel entitled to the point where, hey, I'm the one that funded this for America to get built. So now you owe me. Yeah, with usury. And not only you, but your children, your children. It's going to be a continual cycle if the Lord don't take this place out, man. Did you finish that happy cool? No,
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 6. Shall not all these take a parable against him and talk a proverb against him and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with big clay.
And that phrase big clay goes back to the Hebrew word abadu, okay, meaning heavy debt. All right, so this place, Babylon the Great, was founded off of heavy debt. All right, and there's not a number that they can have to erase the debt. All right, it's in the trillions, but it's when you look at that clock, it's constantly. It don't stop. It does not stop, man. Because that's how much of a sinkhole that Babylon the Great is, man. If you pull up the debt clock, you see where we at in greenback debt, man. This, man, it's some crazy shit, man.
Biggest, doctor, the church, they allow Florida gold and silver to be in legal tender now.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You can go buy food, everything with gold and silver in the state of Florida.
Damn.
That was passed as a law in their state only. But they just go and tell you shit about to get bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Florida should be first doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Florida, California, New York. Oh yeah. Say that. Yep. So the bid clock right now is that's 100 million. Yeah. $39 trillion, $40 trillion, man. It's constantly rising. You think Esau take what a couple thousand out of my check a year for taxes, and it's gonna cover that shit? Come on, man. It,
117,000 per person. Increased by $81 a day.
Woo!
You'll never think that.
That shit is compounding. That's why. That's compounding negatively though.
Yep.
And hey, when something compounds, it doesn't stop until it crashes. And that's what has to happen. And then they'll have a justification implementing the MOTB worldwide. See, right now you got people willingly taking it out of conveniency, out of being in a state of maybe they're handicapped or shit like that. They need to walk, whatever the case may be. So it's already found a what you would call a certain area of people there that willingly will take it. But ultimately, it's going to be mandated and forced upon you. And once that happens, that's when all hell will really truly break loose. Right now you just got a comfort still. Even with the news showing you that this place is through, it's still a high level of comfort. That's why everybody getting ready for the pride parade. The same shit over and over. Father's Day. You had all the graduations. Not really paying attention to how many people done died just in the last few weeks, and the manner that it's happened, like crazy mass judgment. But it's all good though, because the Lord is showing his people, his elect, more willing with a man. They just keep on weeping when they stay the fuck out the way and let him do his work.
That's just this war alone. It's been going on for a little over 2 months right now, but this is costing billions per day to keep this effort going.
Yep.
So just imagine what that's doing to the state. So I don't even believe that that's not it's more serious than that.
A Huskar said he suck in the numbers, you got to multiply times 3, man. At least 3. I got that word compound. I'm bothered because you had made that word compound. Going to Berg, late 1400 circa. It says to put together, to mix, to combine, to join, couple together.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's ultimately, what's happening, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? See, if what Esau wants you to do is he wants you to compound, all right, the physical and carnal with the spirit, man.
Yeah.
Because the only way we're not gonna be terrified of a debt number like that is if you run in the spirit, man.
Yep.
And what is Esau gonna do? He's gonna constantly put the fear in you. To do certain things, to uphold a certain a standard of being an American, man. Pay your taxes, hang a flag, vote, even they even trying to make being a mole patriotic, man. You get, what I'm saying? What was that nigga who had the sex change? Bruce Jenner?
Yeah.
He motherfucker got Woman of the Year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They make it patriotic and rewarding for you to do abominations like this, man.
Yeah, this is a place that rewards wickedness. Okay, here it is. This is the public fund. Every time we gotta go through this, talk about this. But it's a shame to see so-called black men, the leaders of the pack now, the so-called black women, the leaders of the pack, when it comes to sexual immorality, when it comes to man on man and woman on woman, and to just have to witness that and look at it, you can do nothing but hope that the Lord brings swift and utter destruction to all you niggas, man.
Yep.
See? So you can enjoy your your riches, you're supposed to be rewarded from your power. Because your power is your daddy Esau, the devil. You're supposed to get something for being an abomination and serving your father. Because you're not serving Yahweh Bashim Rashad, because he don't reward you for that. Oh, actually he does. It's just not, you just haven't got your reward yet. Yeah, I forgot. He don't reward you.
It's not in the form that you
Right. Yeah. It's a lot on that. He's gonna reward you.
And you will not at all equip the wicked.
There you go.
You know?
There you go.
And the same must go after death by pain, man.
Yep.
And you're gonna be cast headlong right to that lake of fire, man. Right along with Esau, man. You pimp that. You know? You got something? Yeah, go ahead, bro.
This is Revelation. This is Revelation chapter 21 and 7. It says, "He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his power, and he shall be my son." That's the elect. Overcoming what? Ultimately the mark of the beast. Okay, we're gonna start pushing that even harder, because we see it now. It is being made manifest. See, it says, "But the fearful and the unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death." See, the first death was by water, which is the cleanse agent, and this is going to be by fire. And you notice all the characteristics that I just named you is people like that walking around on earth right now, and they enjoy being an abomination. They enjoy being unbelieving. They enjoy being fearful. Okay, fearful of what? Fearful of what the Lord gonna do, right? Or actually not fearful, but fearful of what this damn devil gonna do, right? It says, "And whoremongers and sorcerers." This is the land of sorcery. Going to that word sorcerer, it goes back to what? To your drug facilities, okay? All these Maxine's is about to come out, right? It says, "And idolatry." This is a queendom, okay? The number one idol on this place is the Baphomet, and then the black woman right next to it, right? Everybody is a transformer or worshiping the so-called black woman and she's God or something like that. You see? And all that is the Lord is saying he's going to put that shit in the lake of fire. Those who participate and think like that. And we can't wait, man. For real. We can't wait. We're tired of this shit.
Yeah, we're tired of this place. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're hastening today, man. For how much now shot. You know, and in order to hasten the day of how much now shot to get to the kingdom, you have to pass Babylon the Great down, man. You can't hope that your God doesn't go away and expect the kingdom of heaven to come, man. All right, we all have to maintain ourselves in society, but we know that there's something different and something greater on the other side, man. And we're going to have to work for it. And we're going to have to have faith for it.
Matthew 17 and 20, "And Yahweh said unto them, Because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, Remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you."
And see, that's why the scripture says we come to the throne boldly. All right, when we say our prayers, we have an expectation to get saved out of this place, man.
Yep.
We don't have to have any wavering in our faith that we expect to get taken out of this place, man. All right, and so that's what Yahweh was saying, because of your unbelief, man. We have the faith is the grain of a mustard seed, man. Okay, and we believe that we're gonna be able to arise over any stumbling block that the Lord has set up. All right, and these things is frustrating, man. You know, we see all type of abominations, man.
Brother.
You know, and get that what's that? Lot with vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. All right, and that's part of it, man. Whatever the fuck is going past us, that strengthens our faith, man. Because the scriptures tell us that shit like this will be happening in the last days, man. And that's why the Lord has to shorten the days for his elect, man. Because this place will piss you off. Surely oppression is gonna, it makes a wise man mad, man. It makes you upset. It makes you angry. But vengeance belongs to Yahweh Hashem Shai, man. And we just pray that Lord may return expeditiously, man. You got that up?
Yeah. This is 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 7. And delivered just Lot, vexed with a filthy conversation of the wicked.
And that word conversation, it goes with their conduct, man. All right, so when you go into the story of Lot in Genesis, I believe like 15, 16, something like that. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm gonna
read from the top.
Yeah, you got it.
This is 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 1. Actually, I'm gonna start at verse 4. For if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down into hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment, and spared not the whole world, but saved Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. See, that's going into the first step, which was done what? By water. The Lord flooded the whole earth for the same shit that we're about to go into now. What? Pride Month, Moism, men walking around here with fucking skirts on, wearing purses and shit. Alright? It's just sometimes it can be overwhelming because you know that it's not normal, man. And we really tired of seeing that shit. You know? We want Lord to execute judgment for thus saying the law. Because we know what that means when the law is instituted according to Yahweh Hashem Shai. Ain't nobody gonna be walking around here doing that shit. It says, and spared not, verse 5, 2 Peter 2 and 5. It says, and spared not the whole world, but saved Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing the flood upon the world for ungodly, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overflow, making an example unto those that after should live ungodly. So the Lord is letting you know he already laid the example of what he feels about people who do that. If you go read that account, fire fell from the heavens. And, go ahead. And burnt up, everybody within those 5 cities. So how much more in this current kingdom, where it's become rampant, where laws have been made that opposes Heavenly Father to give people who should be put to rest, okay, the opportunity to continue to pridefully boast in their wickedness and as though it's no judgment coming. But I just read you the scripture, and an example has been made already for that type of judgment. And it is coming. And I just read to you in Revelation chapter 21. Okay? It's going to be a second death.
This is Genesis chapter 19, verse 1. And there came 2 angels to Sodom at evening, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them. And he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. And he said, Behold now, my Lord, turn in, I pray you, in your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early, and go on your way. And they said, Nay, but we will abide in the street all night. And he pressed upon them greatly. And they turned in unto him, and entered into his house. And he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, passed the house round, both old and young.
Hey, the freaks come out at night, man. The freaks come out at night. And that's why Esau does most of his wickedness, at nighttime, man. While we sleeping, he's up meditating. You know what I'm saying? Doing different type of either something. Yeah.
No,
Oh no, that's not good. He's always trying to mess up my groove, man. The things come out at night, man. You know, but it tells you. I believe it's in I know it's a song. It's another one. I believe it's Nahum. But when the song says that he doesn't sleep unless he calls something to fall. You see, so he's up all night like a madman, like popping Adderall to stay up, to meditate and to give up quick ass sacrifices to keep the children of Israel down, man. Seeing how you can overthrow Yahweh outside. But a lot of the stuff that we see out here is nothing new under the sun, man.
right.
It's always been freaks and maggots with an F, all throughout history, man.
Even in Leviticus, let me get it real quick.
Go ahead,
This is Leviticus chapter 18. It's a reason the Lord wrote this like this. This is Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 1. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord Yahweh, your power, not all other nations. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt,
If I could say something, man, because them Egyptians, the Canaanites, man, they were some freaks, man.
that's where I'm going in is that's where I'm
Until
going
you
in.
don't do after the manner of those freaky ass Hamites, man.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It says, Ye shall not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whether I bring you, ye shall not do. Neither shall you walk in their ordinance. And so, what the Lord established right here in this scripture, He's saying, I'll witness what you nasty niggas is doing in the land of Egypt. I'm gonna bring you in this wilderness, and I'm gonna clean you up. But you gotta let that shit go. And then, where I'm taking you, don't act like them people neither, because they're the same people. And then, when you read this chapter, first thing it goes into is sexual morality, sleeping with your or adultery. So what does that mean? That means we was doing that shit when we came out of Egypt. That's why everybody didn't cross into the land of Canaan. You see, because it took 40 years, and a lot of you niggas still didn't get it. That's why you those people that's walking around here today, okay, not in the spirit and focus on fulfilling your flesh. But guess what? The Lord, he got your body, your spot that you're supposed to be in, okay? Because you didn't listen. This scripture right here, man, it can clearly let you know we were doing those things, and that we went to, we were not to participate in those things when we went into that new land. You see? And what do we do? We're still doing them things right now today, okay? Everybody is freaky and weird. Everything is funny, right? When you're out here talking about your salvation, you so-called Negroes and Latinos, Native Americans, you niggas walk by as if this is a joke. This ain't no joke. This ain't no joke, man. This is about your life. This is about salvation. We're not standing out here as entertainers. We're trying to warn you about the fire that's coming because of your acts. And you're still participating in it. You still believe that you're a black man or a black woman. Do you know what you're calling yourself? A person that's void of life. So there's no way you can enter into the kingdom of heaven.
The scriptures call that a proverb. That's part of the curses, that we be a proverb and a byword among the heathen, man. You know, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Bring that Isaiah 14 out.
Yeah, I had this Proverbs 22 and 16. He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want. So the same people that's oppressing us, I forgot why I was bringing this up, but the same people that's oppressing us, guess what? We've been in captivity to captivity. Poverty after poverty. we still being oppressed for what? But we, like we were saying, he gonna study come to one. He's gonna really come to one. It's gonna be a time the tables gonna be turned. We not gonna be the oppressed anymore. We gonna be the oppressed. You gonna wish that you would show us some mercy. We ain't gonna show you no mercy.
Yup. Yeah, that's what it says that he shall rule over oppression. Yep. Hey, that's the spirit. Start at verse 1. Huh?
Good. This is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 1.
Read to 3 and then jump down to verse.
For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel.
So the Lord's going to have mercy on the northern kingdom and southern kingdom. All right, and we see the mercy, how it's happening. By what? First and foremost, by the Spirit turning into us. Okay, and now it's not a black person Puerto Rican thing or a black person Mexican. We're all one people. Man. All right, but the covering cast, if you read Isaiah 2:5, the covering cast that Esau has spread upon us has diluted that fact, man. You know, so now we think like what was going into. Now you think of a black person from Africa, yep. All right, or a Puerto Rican from Puerto Rico, or a Mexicano from Mexico. All right, but ultimately we all stand for the land of Israel, man.
And set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them.
All right, and the Lord will set us in our own land. Okay, the strangers are speaking of the Israelite foreigners that are going to come back in the last time, man. Because Yahweh told us about the 11th hour Israelites, right? We do all this work, all right, and eventually, you know, we receive our penny, but there's going to be some that's going to receive their penny, meaning salvation at the last moment, man. It is what it is. All right, that's how the Lord had to work out. You got that.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them.
And who is it them? Them is the other nations, huh? Okay? And the other nations are beginning with Esau, Edom, and on this side, man, on the other side. All right, and when you read about Yahweh Shai having many crowns on his head, that's what's going to happen. Man. He's going to take out the leadership positions of all these nations, man. So that way Israel can reign under the authority of Yahweh Shai. You got that.
And bring them to their place.
And what is their place? Their place is low. Isaiah. Their place is low, man. All right, where the worms cover thee, man. I believe it's in this chapter.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
And that's what you have, man. Servants are possessions. All right, when in Exodus tell us that you buy a Hebrew slave, okay? But in the kingdom of heaven, we're not going to have to buy a Hebrew anything, man. We're going to take these Hebrew Edomites and put heavy-ass chains on them, man. Okay, you Hebrew Elamites, right? You Ishmaelites, you Hebrew Ishmaelites. All right, all you are Hebrew, but you're not of Israel, Jacob. All right, so you're yep, exactly. You're not part of the covenant, man. You got that.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
Because if you get Jeremiah,
brother,
right
now.
Yeah, 30 and 16.
I know, brother.
You hold that.
This is Jeremiah, chapter 30, and verse 16. Therefore, all that devour thee shall be devoured.
And see, and the Lord allowed Esau to devour us, man. And you got simple jakes or people in the world. Why would the Lord allow it? Because we're disobedient and gainsaying people, man. We turned our back on Yahweh so when the Lord turns his back on us, we don't have nothing smooth sailing, man. You know, he allows Psalm 17 to 13. All right, the Lord puts the sword to our backside, man. That belt to our backside. All right, and the belt is a form of detestable nation, man, with no moral compass. And we're in the final, most ridiculous, wicked captivity that the Lord has ever allowed to rule, man.
Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy work, which is thy sword.
You see, so the Lord put that sword on his man. All right, and Esau has been around for centuries, man. As the Greeks, as the Romans, all right, and now as the modern day Americans, man. You're a elite banker. You got it, dog.
Jeremiah chapter 30:16 again. Therefore, all that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
Yep. You see, that's what the Lord is allowing to happen, man. All right, you see these Edomites is uncomfortable. You know, Edomites hate being uncomfortable. They'll give up civil rights in order for comfortability. All right. So once shit start hitting the fan, and just grab that, guys.
Deuteronomy 30 and 7. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thy enemies.
Yep. And that's the Lord changing the guard, man. You get Proverbs 11 and the wicked's gonna
Deuteronomy 30 and 7. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thy enemies.
because when you read the curses, we had got a couple of curses in Deuteronomy 28. But when you read top of the chapter, it gives you the blessings, man. All right, and through the mercy of Yahweh Shai, that complete download will allow us to inherit Deuteronomy 1 through 14. All right, and when we inherit that, now these curses are going to go upon our enemies, man. The ones that devoured us, the ones that looked at us and prayed, right? It tells you in Psalms to hide me from the snare of the fowler, man. All right, Esau sets traps to get you ensnared, man. That's what the devil does because he's a cunning hunter. And now the ultimate recompense is the thing that he did to the children of Israel, right? The apple of the Lord's eye to happen back to him, man. And that's why the cup that's being filled, the Lord is going to fill to that nigga double, man. That's it. Righteous retribution, man. That's recompense. Yep. That's what we're waiting for, man. All right, and we ain't gonna be able to do it. You know, we could unalive an Edomite or any nation. You know, but what is that? That's one person. The Lord is gonna take out the whole world, man.
And just for the record, for all you Negroes that's looking for retribution and what they be asking for,
Preparation.
reparation.
Yeah.
It's, we reading it to you.
Yep.
This the only reparations I want. I don't want shit from this devil. I want blood. I want to see his children working in the fields. Like the brother always said to Bosh, I'm going to have them in the field at 2 or 3 years old, as soon as they can walk. You see? That's what I want to see. Right. That's reparations right there. We want to see your women working like a dog, right? We want to see you running and scared and always in a perplexed situation and never knowing when judgment is coming down on you. That's gonna be true reparations.
Yep.
Not this give us some land. They crazy. This land is defiled. There is no way you could build here. This land gotta be burnt up for the blood
of. You gotta continue to pay property tax on the land. Even if you buy some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta.
Yeah, this land it's got blood on it.
Yep.
From the Native Americans to the Israelites that came here on the transatlantic slave trade, right? All that bloodshed in the South, even in the state of Ohio. In the state of Ohio, this is heavily populated by Native Americans. Where are they? Their blood is on this soil, though, so ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way you should ever think that you can build on this land and have a legacy and break a generational curse. The only thing that breaks the generational curse is Yahweh Shai. That's it. You know, Go ahead.
That's why, it tells you a number in the 35th chapter
Yep.
that the land cannot be cleansed but by the blood of him that shed it, man.
Yep.
You know, yeah, bring it out and then you bring yours out. Go back here.
Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee.
Yep, and that's what it is, man. All right, so all the curses, our children being sold, being subject to payments, with us being lended to them, we're not able to lend to them. All that's gonna have a switching, man. Right? Go to Isaiah 29. Surely the church turning the same upside down in 15. Don't figure that out.
This is Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 8. The righteous is delivered out of trouble, and the wicked cometh in his stead.
See, the righteous will be delivered out of trouble, man. And the wicked is going to come in his stead, meaning our lot. So the position that we're in right now is the same position that Esau Edom's going to be in, man. All right, when you read the parable of the rich man and Lazarus, you get that on your phone, too? You know what? Yeah. You get that, you know what I'm saying? But ultimately, that's what's going to happen, man. And that's the mercy of Yahweh outside. That's why we don't do anything ourselves, man. All we do is be a good wife to Yahweh outside. By what? Keeping our bodies in order, right? Our house in order.
Yep.
Making sure that we're doing right by the brothers. You know, and that's where the mercy on our behalf is going to come, man. All right, and the Lord is going to look at that. You know, the brother had the precept today about I forgot about loving his brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what we're here to do right now, man. We're not here to conspire against Esau Edom. This is a conspiracy right here, man. All right, fellowship in the name of Yahweh Shai. That's our conspiracy, man. This is as deep as it gets, man. All you agents and all that, this is what you're gonna get, man. There's some shit talking, you know what I'm saying, behind the camera. I mean, off camera, brothers talk shit to each other, you know what I'm saying? But that's what it is, man. It ain't no secret society, and you know we got all the black man army in the background and all that. No, man, that's bringing blame to the ministry, man. We're getting ourselves right first. We're like it says in 2 Ezra the 14th chapter. You know, setting our house in order.
Yeah.
Right? Yep, exactly, man. Put off those mortal thoughts. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, you brought yours out. You can,
I want them to get the Lazarus scripture.
Yeah, get that, and then you get the.
This is Isaiah 29:16. Truly, the turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as a potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding?
See, that's ultimately Esau had tried to do is ultimately turn the Lord's words upside down, man. All right, and this is why he'll tell you that God loves America. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And in God we trust in the back of the dollar bill.
And come as you are.
Yep.
I was riding past the church in Lakewood, and what did they have? They had the LGBT flag saying all are welcome. So that's the house of Satan. Because how about you ain't willing in no fucking church, especially a church that tells you people that are abominable can come and worship them. They want to worship Satan. That's what they worship.
Hey, even in the wilderness, you know, if you were unclean, if you were put out the camp.
Yep.
That and you get Acts 7. You can type in church and wilderness. You know, because the church was actually the entire nation of Israel, man. All right, when you go into these little whorehouses every Sunday, that's not church, man. All right, the church was actually the body of Israelites, man. And if you were unclean, right, if you had done an abomination, you were put outside of the camp, outside of the church.
Acts chapter 7 and 38.
Yep, that's 7:38.
It says, I'll start at verse 37. This is that Moses which said on Acts 7 and 37. It says, This is that Moses which said unto the children of Israel, a prophet shall the Lord your power raise up unto you of your brethren, like unto me, him you shall hear.
Speaking of the Howard shot.
This is he that was in the church in the wilderness with the angel.
Hello. Hey, there was no big ass building, you know what I'm saying? Joel Osteen type building in the middle of the wilderness, man. Right? We were dwelling in booths. That's what the Feast of Tabernacles was all about, man.
Yep.
We were always constantly on the move for 40 years, man. All right, so the Lord had the Israelites in church in the wilderness, man. So you don't have to go to a building built by Edomites for you to consider going to church, man. We're having church right here. All right, the Lord said, "When two are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst, man."
Yep.
We having a godly conversation. We're having church, man. All right, because why? Even if it's this me and this brother, right? The spirit of Yahweh Shai is the third witness, man. We're having church, man. And Jake don't understand that. Jake think they got to go to a concrete brick and mortar church to get the spirit. When actually you're being taught how to commit whoredom, man.
Yep.
How to be a spiritual whore.
Physically and
Yep, exactly.
The men and women are spiritual whores because you worship an idol,
Exactly.
and then our women become physical whores because they're not there in truth and sincerity. They're here to commit adultery on their own man, sleep with the pastor, sleep with the choir, find a man. All that shit is wicked.
Yep, and that's why when you read how you doing, brother? Who was that? Not Hosea. Yeah, Hosea. The Lord had Hosea marry a harlot, man.
Yep.
Representing the whoredom of the nation of Israel, man.
Yep.
You people on this sign. Okay, so this is the Lord showing you in the physical, and you ain't supposed to marry a harlot, man. Even if say the word, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, man.
Right.
It's not possible, man. And I learned that shit the hard way. Shit.
Hey, brother, we all.
Yeah.
That's just Jake's life.
God,
This wicked ass king.
Yep. Did you read that?
That was it on that.
Okay, fine. You want to bring that parable up?
This is Luke
Are you good?
chapter 16 and verse 19. There was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen.
All right, purple and fine linen represents royalty. All right, purple is a royal color. When you go into Numbers the 15th chapter, and it tells you about where the fringes on the border of your garment and with a border of blue. That word blue actually goes back to the word violet. All right, meaning purple. So it's kind of like a mix. It's a little bit darker than the blue right here. I mean, it looks a little bit purple. You know what I'm saying? So when you go back and do your research, it's actually going into a different derivative of purple, the darker purple. You got that.
And fared sumptuously every day.
I mean, live lavishly, man. Live luxuriously. Dwelling in yachts. And popping $5,000 bottles of champagne, and that's on the low end.
Yeah.
Smoking $500 cigars. You know what I'm saying? Plotting against the Israelites.
Yep.
How we gonna destroy these niggas today? All right, how we gonna how much money we gonna pay these celebrities to continue to make them go off and believe that they're doing the right thing? Keep going.
And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus.
You get 1 Samuel 2,
Which
verse 8. All right, because that beggar, Lazarus, represents the Israelites, man.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 8. He raised up the poor, and he raised up the poor out of the dust. It says, and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill.
See, that dunghill is the lowest estate, man. A dunghill is a shit pile of shit, man. All right, so the Lord's gonna lift us up. That's the condition that Jacob's in right now, man.
Exactly. Pile of
It's
shit.
a pile of hot, steamy shit.
Hot steak.
Where the smoke still.
Like it just came out.
Yep.
Uzi. You know?
But not the Uzi.
Uzi. That kind. That's
Yeah.
You know?
And that's the position that Jacob's in, man. Even if you got make 6 figures, right? Even if you got a corporate job, you still look like a damn big pile of shit in Esau's eyes, man. Because all you do is one pink slip away from going back down to the bottom, man.
Yep.
All you got to do is say, hey man, you fired, man.
That's it.
I can find cheaper labor. My buddy needs a job.
Yep.
You know, you're not you
Not
know,
cutting.
yeah, you're not cutting.
Hey, obviously.
Yeah. I got somebody that don't call off. You know what I'm saying?
I got somebody that don't need no vacation.
Yeah.
I got somebody that don't have 8 fucking kids.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah. They're speaking in bondage. You know what I'm saying? They trying to cuss everybody out because they got an attitude. You know what I mean? Jake wild, man.
Yep.
Jake is wild, man. Go ahead,
And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate, full of sores.
You get Isaiah 1. On the stuff?
Good.
Ecclesiastes chapter 40, verse 28. My son, lead not a beggar's life, for better is it to die than to live.
Yeah, that's our mindset, man. All right, and now what? We're going to die in your outside, man. Right? Those that seek to lose their life out gaming.
That's right.
You know, and what's going to happen, man? When that chip comes out, y'all niggas is going to be begging. Oh, Mr. Master. Mr. Master. Not Master. Mr. Master. You know what I'm saying? Can I have please? You know, you go, change going to start with miraculously growing off your body and shit. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have them old panty shirts and shit from the Gucci shirt. You know, it's going to start changing and shit. That's what's going to start happening, man. So you're going to be begging to be able to assimilate yourself in society, man. And we would rather choose that. We would rather get beheaded than take that microchip, man. And Lord willing, the Lord keep that spirit on us, man. You know? You come on the third.
Ecclesiastes chapter 20, Ecclesiastes chapter 40, verse 30. Begging is sweet. Begging is sweet in the mouth of the stranger, but in his belly there's a burn and fire.
See, you always gonna be wanting, man. So begging is sweet for something that same, man. And you take, especially Eve, man. You're an embarrassment, man, to the Israelite community, man. Yeah. You walk around with blonde hair, without matching eyebrows out, you know. Yeah, black ass eyebrows and blonde hair, man. Looking like a fool, man. You know, you got women that look like the Michelin Man wearing bodysuits. Man, bro, Eve is wild, bro. Eve is wild. Man, they don't have no shame.
That's
you know,
true,
shame will put you in your place, man. Yeah. You know, but see, shame, but that's what's gonna happen, man. A beggar's lips is you know, it brings shame to you, man.
Like that bitch Lizzo.
Yeah.
She's a fucking shame. She a kid, okay? And you know why she's so famous? Because she promotes obesity and so-called making look sexy. She's very proud. She be on stage in swimming suits, okay, showing off nothing but the Michelin look, like the brother just said.
Don't care. That's why you know it's the American dream, because what's funny about that situation, that bitch was I know. She was doing this body composition when she was big and fat and shit. People when they had her, they said, you made me feel good when I was big, and you don't even want to be. Yeah, it's the fucking record. They told her to do that. She's still going. Now she has to get herself together. And you still that motherfucker gonna sit there and now you American dream.
Hey, what's that shot? In Beverly. Yeah, man. That's what instead of going out and working for this shit, right. And then
So that,
Yeah, man, it's fucking sorcery, man.
So now
Got
she,
to ease
That's
all
the
back
sorcerer I
up.
was talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah.
20,
But
21.
I was just gonna say now she's just obese.
yeah,
She's
yeah.
not morbidly obese anymore.
But now her skin is hanging all down and shit, but she don't have no foundation. You know what I'm saying? So that's the position that Esau has put you in, man.
Yep.
All right, and when this microchip comes out, everybody's gonna be begging, man. Only people that's not gonna be begging is those that's willing to give their life up, man.
that's what I'm saying. Wars in that go down into Egypt.
Yep.
Whoa, that's a destruction. He's going down in Egypt, which even in Revelation, it contemplates spiritual Sodom
Yep.
and Egypt. He's going down to Egypt for help, but woe indefinitely. When you have any type of scripture say, you would know that his servants shall eat, they shall rejoice, they shall drink. We ain't got to worry about what we're going. There's so many miracles in the scriptures. Brother was fed by the raven. The man of the bread and the cells. There's so many examples of miracles. It's like, what the fuck is going to worry about?
Plus,
He's a part of the liquor you went.
Plus, the Lord said, "My servant shall eat."
Yep.
That's more than enough motivation to serve Yahweh Shem Shai. He opens your eyes up to the prophecies. You can see America being destroyed. You got a family. Okay, it's time to serve the Lord. He said his servants shall eat. The servants are the men of the Lord. Amos 3 and 6. See? So then all we got to do is have faith in that and build on that. While the rest of you are sitting around here fulfilling your flesh, focused on the bullshit of this world, the dog and pony show, right? And not have an ounce of any spirit in you, any hope. You know, you haven't done anything for your salvation. You just been sowing to the flesh. And the scriptures say, what you reap, you sow. That's from the Bible. That's not no some type of white boy theology. That's how about Shemel telling you? If I'm giving you liberty. My son died, so I want to see who's going to really seek me. Okay? And so the average so-called Negro Latino American, they're sowing to their flesh every single day, not knowing the fear of the Lord, man.
Hey, and the Lord said to consider the ravens, man. Do they not eat? And he said, are you not better than these ravens? So we don't have no care for the world, man, because we know that we're going to be sustained by how he's trying you had some up? All right,
Luke 16:21. And desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table.
dang it. What happens when brothers, of course, brothers came with animals. You know what I'm saying? If you have a cat or whatever, but if a dog, you drop something from the table, that dog is right there. You know what I'm saying? And then what's he gonna do? He gonna wait right there for you to drop something again. You know what I'm saying? That's how Jacob's gonna be, man. All right, but Lazarus represents what Jacob's doing right now, man.
This is Psalms 55 and 22. Cast thy burdens upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee.
See, all our cares is being cast upon you. How about you outside? It ain't just placed there. When you cast the reel into the water to go fishing, you just don't plop it in there. No, you cast that bitch back. When I used to try to throw that bitch all the way across the pond. You know what I'm saying? That's how much we cast all our cares upon you. How about you outside, man? And now that allows us to focus more on the spirit. Now Yahweh said, watch, because the flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing. Unless you fall into what temptation, man. Of course we're gonna fall into temptation because we're still in this flesh. But we have but we pray that the Lord doesn't allow us to be engulfed, man.
Right.
That the Lord moves us at the right time, man. You know. What you say,
You know what I'm saying? They say that in the verse, pray that he gives us time to the
Yep, deliver from evil. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, man.
Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sword.
Hey, you got the Isaiah 1?
Yes.
Yeah, Kyle, about the
So,
started like 7.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 7. Your country is desolate. Your cities are burned with fire. Your land, strangers devour it in your presence, and it is desolate as overthrown by strangers. And the daughters of Zion is left as a cottage in the vineyard.
Try 6. It should be like looking sword.
Oh, okay.
You see it?
Yup.
Fine.
This is Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 5. Why should you be stricken anymore? Ye revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart is faint. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores, that they have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mortified with ointment.
See, that ointment comes in the form of Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right.
Okay? Because he's that salve that allows us to put on our wounds, man, to heal us. Right? But that's what the nations, our body is full of sores, man. And what has Esau done? He's put these nations to lick the open wound. And when you continuously pick at an open wound, it will never heal, man. You know? You want to say something?
No.
Yeah. So that's the position that we're in right now. Keep going, all right?
Verse 22. And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abram's bosom.
Woo! Because why? Because we had that promise. And that promise started with Abraham, our forefather, man. Okay? From the fathers of promise. Right? And it was passed down to Isaac, passed down to Jacob, and passed down to his 12 sons, which became the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, man. All right, so the beggar died and was carried off into Abraham's bosom, man. Meaning he received the promises. Go ahead.
The rich man died also.
He died also, and what happened to that?
And was buried.
And he ain't have shit. He's going to be lying and body just decomposing with the worms. You know what I'm saying? An ceremoniously burial. Don't nobody show up. Not even his own people. Right? Because why? Because ultimately he's hated, man. You got that.
And in hell, he lifted up his eyes.
See, hell, and that's spiritually a place of a condition.
Right.
You see, this is our hell.
Exactly.
And the Lord is going to make the rich man come into our hell, man. He's going to be in a position of servitude. We're the ones who's going to be clothed in purple and fine and linen. All right, and be able to do what the hell we want to do in righteousness. You got it, Doc. You want to say something, Doc?
No, I'm just saying. These things that we're saying, it's about to be a paradigm shift. And right now, you know how you had the .com bubble, you had the Bitcoin opportunity to get into Bitcoin. Once it take off, that's it. This is gonna be bigger than all that. When the Lord calls you and you didn't receive it, that's because you're allotted for destruction. We're hoping and praying that these spiritual deposits we're making right now are going to make us beyond more wealth than we ever had, because we're going to have protection of our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and we're never going to have to run from our enemies again, because our enemies will be under our foot. You see?
That protection, we have that protection now, but it's going to be magnified. It's going to be perfect. You know? People finish up on that.
Being in torment, and seeth Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom.
So, this is his kingdom, man. This is his glory right here, man. Smog in the air, beat up ass concrete, sirens and shit all over the place, whole bunch of confusion.
Constant crime.
Yep, crime.
Nope.
This ain't rest, man.
No.
But Jake wants to make this the kingdom of heaven. Because the scripture says they can't see these things afar off, man. You got it, Doc.
And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus.
James 2, he that showeth no mercy, receive no mercy. Hold on 1 second, Doc. Go to the verse.
James chapter 2, verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy that has shewn no mercy.
and mercy rejoices against justice.
So, hey, Esau has shown no mercy, man. All right, so this is why in this parable it's deep. All right, the rich man showed no mercy, man. Because why? The rich man, all that's on his mind is to get richer. All right, go ahead.
Have mercy on me, and send Lazarus, that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue.
Send the man that I've been oppressing all this time. Now I see he has this lesson. Hey, send him over here, man. I had this thing in hardcore oppression. I want him to still help me, to still serve me, because you got to do a physical act to do that. You know what I'm saying?
For I am tormented in this flame. But Abraham said, Son.
No, the banker said that.
Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things.
Esau had the fatness of the earth, the dew of heaven, and he got that from Yahweh Shai when he was in his previous incarnation as Isaac. Yep. So don't cry now, man. You did Disney spot with this, man. All you did was put the children of Israel in oppression, man. You didn't do anything else.
That's it. Yep. And likewise, Lazarus, evil things. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented.
You see, because why? Because Yahweh Shai is the comforter. And he told us in John the 14th chapter that he had to go away, so that way he could send the comforter, man. So Yahweh Shai is that comforter. When we read these words, we're comforted, man, because we know what's about to come. And we know that there's somebody gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? That's right, that's comforting to know that we have that chance, man. Yep. You know?
And every one of you niggas that fall out the truth, that's one more step closer for us.
Yep.
That's still fighting for salvation.
Yep.
You know, especially those who would labor for years, and you put down the plow, the water, y'all about to know Shai, because that means that brother, this brother, myself, and all of us, we moving up in the line. Lord willing, we make it all the way to the end.
Time.
Nope.
Anybody have a I got one.
This Proverbs chapter 29 and 18 is usually talking about people can't see further than this kingdom, the wicked ass kingdom. So if you can't see the missiles coming, you can't see the kingdom of heaven, okay, being on earth, okay, ruled by Yahweh Bashim Shai, King David, 144,000, okay, and the rest of the governing body, then you got no vision. It says, where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. See? And that's why a lot of you gonna perish, because you don't got no vision. You can't, like the brother just said, you can't perceive America being destroyed and the Israelites being on top, ruling forever. You don't even want it. You know, you don't even want to fight for it. You're content with being an abomination, eating pork, all right, being subject to payments, and dying in your sin. Fuck that, man.
And
that shit's whack.
The Apostle Paul said, "Fight that good fight of faith."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you give up, man, you're weak, man.
Being married to the same woman for 50 fucking years, all right, and have a few children. When the Lord said you have many wives and thousands of children, what's wrong with that?
They don't want that.
That's the Lord's will. Don't be saying you love the Lord then if you don't want that.
Multiple wives, man.
You know?
They want one woman, and then when you go mess around with another broad, now your woman is all up in your face. That's the natural instinct of a man, man. Bring it up. We gonna go.
This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 4 and verse 2, and said, "Thy heart hath gone too far in this world, and thinkest thou to comprehend the way of the Most High?"
See, so Jake's mind has gone too far in this world, man. Ultimately comprehending the ways of the Most High. So Jake would rather be this is why Jeremiah said, "Is Israel a servant and see a homeborn slave?" Jake would rather be a slave than to have that rulership mentality, man. To be a king, and we're kings in training, man. We're priests in training. It's all good, bro. Yes, Lord willing, this is edifying. All right, we're going to turn to the east, give all honor, glory, and even the worship to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
We double honor to our apostles, the other bishops here at Mills, some were well. So I'm going to say, Kwame Sharala.
Kwame Sharala.
Mawaka Mabal.
That's a ball.
Shalom.
Come on.